Hey there, guys. Today I've got something really cool that I managed to pick up while I've been here in Johannesburg for a short business trip. I got this macro and wide lens kit from a novelty store called Typo at a mall in Bryston, Joburg. Um, just walking through on a random lunchtime break, and I spotted this store, walked in, had a bit of a browse, and I saw this, which caught my attention. I've always actually wondered how this sort of lenses work on smartphones and whether they do really work. Um, I do have a Galaxy S7, which I'm currently shooting from, and I know as a fact that Samsung does have its own macro and wide lens kit, Samsung original macro and wide lens kit, but that does cost a fair bit of money. And from where I'm from, we don't really have that available in all stores. So I was pretty interested to see what this is capable of doing. So I grabbed one. The same store had a couple of other lenses out there. There was some nice, interesting lenses that let you change, or rather apply filters to your photo in a manual sense compared to the digital filters that we use on Instagram or any other photo apps we have out there. So I don't know if that's better, or I don't know if it's crisper. I'm not sure. They also had a really nice full combined kit that they were calling a smartphone photography kit, which comes with a tripod, a Bluetooth remote, I would assume for selfies or for remote photos, and a couple of lenses, which also included a micro, wide, and filter lenses as well. So, not needing that fuller package and slightly more expensive package, I chose this. And it'd be interesting to see what this is capable of doing. So, as we can see here, it seems like there's something called a universal loop, and that seems to be the mechanism that holds the lens over and in front of your camera, as illustrated on this iPhone example here. It says universal loop, so I would assume it's compatible with just about anything, and this loop must be a flexible kind of plastic material. So you get wide angle lens, so this lets you fit in a lot more content into your shots. Probably really good for landscapes, I would assume. Photography experts there would know a bit better, but I would assume that's the purpose of a wide angle lens, to fit in a lot more content into your shots. Then the macro lens, which lets you get up close and personal to your subjects. I like this illustration here. A lot of macro photography you'll see is focused on plant subjects, or rather flora subjects, and even insects and many other things. But I guess it's really subject to the photographer. Um, Smartphones do have a macro mode, like the S7 does have. It doesn't have a specific macro mode, but if you do go into professional mode, then you can get a macro setting. But it's really hit and miss, and it can be a bit difficult to get really crisp close-up shots if you don't really know what you're doing in professional mode. So I'm hoping this lens is able to remedy that. So as you can see, broad scope plus close-up, macro and wide lens. So this cost about 129 rands. For whatever country you're in, you've got Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar, and US dollars as well. You can see how much that costs. Now, honestly, I don't know whether this is very expensive compared to other aftermarket lenses. I've never seen such a aftermarket kit in from where I am, which is Nairobi, Kenya. I've only seen the Samsung original kit, which most people might find a bit pricey. So I'm not sure if this is very expensive or very cheap, but compared to an OEM lens kit, this is way more affordable, but probably not as high quality. Right at the back of the box, that should be the lens itself, and it seems like you detach between the macro and the wide lens. We'll see that soon. And you get one removable wide lens, one removable macro lens, on one universal loop, one lens cap to keep that lens nice and clean and scratch free. They seem to have an Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter accounts here. I'm going to check out the Twitter account, the Instagram account in particular, and see what kind of shots people have been able to get with this. I hope people have been posting up the the macro and wide lens shots that they've gotten with this particular kit. Probably get some ideas there as well. So let's just quickly go ahead and pull this open. Really nice and basic. So oh, there it is, and that's your lens, or with the cap fitted on it currently, and then that's a universal loop that we're talking about. Inside should be an instruction manual. Yeah, that's about it. Typo care guide, wide angle lens, manufactured by Cotton On. Oh, Cotton On is actually a really popular clothing line, or clothing brand rather, in Australia, US, South Africa, not in Kenya. I've not seen it in many parts of East Africa, but pretty popular brand. So if you flip through that, of course, in different languages. Where's the English? There we are. To use wide angle option, attach the whole lens contained in this pack, macro unscrew lens, and use only bottom half. Yeah, so like I suspected, you can unscrew between the two lenses and pretty much hook up whichever one you need. Keep your lens safe, attach lens cap and lanyard to avoid scratches after use. So let's have a quick look at this. So we've got the cover here, and there's a universal holder or loop as they call it, and this is the actual lens with the lens cap on it. So let's just see if we can get a close-up of that. Yeah, there we go. So the top bit is the 0.67 wide angle phone lens, and the bottom is the macro. And according to the really straightforward instructions, I should be able to unscrew between the two. And in my assumption, everything unscrews anti-clockwise, and I seem to be right. So there we go. And let's see. There you go. So we're split now between a macro lens and wide angle lens. So to fit each individual one, let's see how that goes. It's in this direction, I would assume. So this big part here will latch onto your smartphone on the screen side, and then this part here should be able to just slide in. Let's give it a try. Which direction does it go? And there we go. So there you have it. Now you've got a macro lens that would latch on like so. This side would be your phone screen, and this other side would be your camera area, and you should be able to take macro shots. So I'll be eager to give this a try tomorrow out in the daylight, of course, and also at night, and see if it's actually capable of doing such shots at night. I wouldn't expect much from it in the dark, but it's worth a try. So if you want to use the wide lens, then you have to pull that out according to the instruction manual, grab the bigger bit, and merge the two together again. And now you have the wide lens, and bring that back and squeeze that in, and there you have it. Now you have your wide lens and significantly more bulk for whatever purpose it's now adapted for wide lens shots. So that's a quick look at it, and unfortunately I can't show you how this latches onto the device because I am using my primary device to shoot this video, which is a Galaxy S7 flat. But maybe if we try and assume with the cover that I've just taken off, as I said, this would be your front. Let's assume this is the front end of the phone, and this would be the rear end. So if we were to mock up how that fitment would be, it would actually be something like so. Actually pretty much like that. That's how it would look. And the back camera will be there. With the S7, the sensors would still not be obstructed, I would assume, and that would be the fit. I don't know if people will be comfortable with this part of the plastic having contact with the screen, or whether it interferes with whatever's displayed on the screen that you want to take a shot of, but I don't think it's a big problem as such. So that's a quick look at the macro and wide lens kit from Typo, I believe, and manufactured by Cotton On. And like I said, be sure to check out, I think you can check this out yourself as well if you check out the social media accounts here, Shot with Typo and Typo Shop. Then you might get more information about this product, or probably check out some of the photos that have been done with this lens kit, which is what I'm going to do before I actually get out there and do some light experimentation with this. So that's been it, and thanks for watching. Goodbye.